Growing body of scientific research warns that small, everyday habits, especially foods high in hidden salt, may be quietly fueling the very conditions that sap vitality in older adults. It sounds harmless enough, right? A bag of potato chips for lunch, a handful of crackers during your favorite TV show. But for adults over 60, these salty snacks can act as a slow, insidious saboteur, raising blood pressure day after day, weakening blood vessels, and quietly setting the stage for a devastating stroke. And because it happens silently, no pain, no obvious symptoms, many older adults don't even realize the danger until it's too late. Today, we're lifting that veil. We'll explore how something as simple as your favorite salty foods can silently lead you toward the very health crisis you fear most, and what easy, pleasant changes you can make to stay healthy, sane, and safe. Let's start with the most surprising truth about salty snacks that most older adults have never been warned about. 1. Crackers. The silent threat on your plate. You know, a few crackers with soup or as a snack seems harmless enough, right? Just a little something to fill your stomach. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Those seemingly innocent crackers are often loaded with salt. More salt than your body needs, and over time, that extra sodium doesn't just sit there. It draws water into your bloodstream, squeezing your blood vessels tighter. For older adults, whose blood vessels are already more fragile, that quiet pressure can slowly build up until one day it bursts. You've probably noticed something off, like a slight tingling in your fingers or a moment when you can't speak. You think it's just old age, maybe fatigue, but sometimes it's more than that. It's your body's silent cry for help, warning you that your blood vessels are struggling under pressure. And the truth is, the damage doesn't come on all of a sudden. It creeps in, day by day, bit by bit, no pain, no warning, until it's too late. But don't let that scare you too much. You don't have to throw out everything in your pantry. Just start paying attention. Look for lower sodium options, and balance those salty snacks with plenty of fresh fruit, veggies, or a handful of unsalted nuts. Small steps can make a big difference and set you up for healthier, happier days ahead. If you thought a few crackers couldn't hurt, and now you see the potential, comment 1 below. I'd love to hear if this surprised you. Maybe you're thinking right now, well, I'll just watch out for crackers then. And that's a great start. But, my friend, crackers are only the beginning. There's another sneaky snack sitting even closer to many of us, crunchy, salty, and just as quietly dangerous. Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll see how something as small as a handful of potato chips could be quietly steering your health in the wrong direction without you even realizing it. 2. Potato chips. The crunch that bites back. You know, you're sitting in your favorite chair, a big game on TV, maybe an old Western, and you reach for a bag of chips. The satisfying crunch, the salty taste. It feels like an integral part of the moment. It seems harmless. But something you can't see is happening inside your body. Each crispy potato chip contains far more salt than your body needs. That salt draws water into your blood vessels, slowly increasing the pressure. Over time, your blood vessels, especially the small ones in your brain, begin to stiffen and weaken. And one day, out of the blue, one of those tiny blood vessels can collapse, leading to a stroke. At first, you may not notice anything. Maybe one afternoon you stood up from your chair too quickly and felt dizzy, as if the room were tilting slightly. Maybe your hand felt a little weaker when you held the remote. You shrug it off, thinking it's just fatigue. But sometimes those little slips are the quiet whispers of your veins struggling under pressure. The scary thing? It doesn't happen all at once. It builds up slowly, silently, every time you reach for a bag of chips without thinking. Each crunch, each grain of salt, inch by inch brings you closer to trouble. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up your movie nights. You just need to make one small change, maybe replace the chips with a handful of plain popcorn or a few slices of crisp apple. The fun remains, but the danger vanishes. If you've ever sucked a bag of chips without thinking, and now you're looking at it differently, comment 2 below. I'd love to hear if this opened your eyes a little. 3. Canned soups, a warm hug, or a hidden risk. You know, those chilly afternoons when all you want is something warm and comforting? Maybe opening a can of soup, chicken, vermicelli, tomato, beef, and veggie feels like a hug in a bowl, right? Safe, simple, good for you. But here's the hidden truth that most people never hear. Canned soup is often loaded with sodium. Sometimes nearly the recommended daily amount in just 1 cup. When you slurp that broth, it doesn't just warm your soul. It also silently draws more water into your bloodstream, increasing the pressure on your heart and brain. Gradually, that pressure wears down your blood vessels, until one day they may not be able to take it anymore. That's when a stroke can strike, often without warning. And you've probably felt it already. Maybe, after a bowl of soup, you feel a little heavier, a little lightheaded when you stand up, a little more tired than usual. It's easy to ignore. Maybe I just need more sleep, you tell yourself. But sometimes, it's your body's way of whispering, pay attention. The thing is, these dangers don't come crashing down. They're sneaky, hidden in every comforting spoonful you put in your mouth. But you don't have to give up on cozy afternoons. You just need to make smarter choices. Look for low-sodium soups, or better yet, make a batch at home with fresh ingredients you trust. Your heart and your brain will thank you. If you've ever reached for a can of soup thinking it was a healthy choice, and now you see the potential danger, comment 3 below. I'd love to hear from you. Maybe after hearing about soup, you're thinking, well, I'll just be more careful with canned foods, and that's a smart move. But salty danger doesn't just hide in your pantry sometimes. It's sitting right there in your fridge, in foods we trust the most. Up next, let's take a closer look at something millions of us reach for every single day, without realizing the quiet risk it carries. 4. Deli meats, the everyday shortcut with a heavy price. There's nothing easier than whipping up a quick sandwich, right? A few slices of turkey or ham, a slice of cheese, a little mustard, and voila, lunch is ready. Quick, easy, and seemingly harmless enough. But what most people don't realize is that deli meats, even those labeled healthy, are loaded with hidden sodium. And it's not just the salt. Preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, commonly used in processed meats, have been shown to directly damage blood vessels over time. Every bite pushes your blood pressure up a little, strains your arteries a little more, and silently hardens the blood vessels that lead to your brain. It's like adding another brick to a fragile wall, until finally, the wall can't take it anymore. You've probably felt something strange before. After a delicious sandwich, your hands may feel a little clumsy, as if your grip isn't as strong as it used to be. You may shrug it off. It's just old age. But sometimes, it's not. It's a sign that your brain's blood flow may be struggling. And the tricky thing is, it doesn't happen overnight. No, it builds up slowly, lunch after lunch, sandwich after sandwich, and by the time trouble really shows up, it's been creeping up on you for years. But here's the hopeful part. You don't have to give up your favorite lunches. You just need to make smart changes. Try making your own grilled chicken. Try adding more veggies or hummus to your sandwich. Small choices, but they keep your blood vessels healthy and steady. If you've ever grabbed deli meat thinking it was a quick and healthy option, and now you've seen the real story, comment 4 below. Your story might help someone else wake up. 5. Frozen meals. The hidden storm in your freezer. You've probably been there. You open the freezer, grab a pre-made meal, pop it in the microwave, and in a matter of minutes, dinner is ready. It feels smart, convenient, and safe. After all, the box says healthy choice or low calorie, right? But here's what they don't tell you. Many frozen meals, even those labeled healthy, are loaded with sodium. That hidden salt is added to preserve flavor, texture, and extend shelf life, not for your heart's health. Every salty bite forces your body to retain water, increasing blood volume and silently raising your blood pressure. Gradually, that pressure strains your arteries, thinning them until a point of weakness becomes unbearable. That's when a stroke can strike, unexpectedly. You've probably felt it yourself. After one of those quick freezer meals, maybe your ankles seem a little puffier than usual. Or maybe you feel more tired, weighed down, sluggish throughout the evening instead of energized. It's easy to blame the weather or a bad night's sleep, but sometimes it's your body waving a little red flag. The real danger isn't the occasional frozen dinner, it's the slow, steady routine. The hidden salt storm that's building inside you, meal after meal. But the solution? It's easier than you think. Try making a batch of simple soup or stew over the weekend, then portioning it out and freezing it yourself. That way, when you're tired and need something easy, you'll have a really safe option waiting for you. If you've ever relied on frozen meals without much thought, and now you see the potential dangers, comment 5 below. Your story might inspire someone else to make a small but powerful change. It's easy to lose track when we snack, especially with salty foods. That's why I want to share with you a simple tool that many seniors have found life-changing, the 1-spoon rule. Next time you open a bag of chips, crackers, or salted nuts, don't eat straight from the bag. Instead, take a regular tablespoon, just one, and scoop out a single spoonful. That's it. Put the bag away, sit down, and enjoy that small portion slowly, without distractions. It may sound too simple, but here's what it does. By limiting yourself to just 1 spoonful at a time, you naturally cut down the hidden sodium that builds up snack after snack, and you give your blood vessels the break they desperately need. The 1-spoon rule helps you stay in control without feeling like you're depriving yourself. It's not about giving up salty snacks forever. It's about making them a rare, mindful treat instead of a daily habit that chips away at your health. This tiny change could help protect your heart, your brain, and your independence longer than you think, because in the battle against silent dangers like stroke, every small decision counts more than you realize. You know, sometimes the biggest dangers aren't the ones we see coming. They're the little habits, the little choices we make every day without even thinking about them. A salty snack, a quick meal, it seems harmless, until one day, it doesn't. But the good news is, you're not powerless. Today, you've taken the first simple step by listening, learning, and being willing to ignore what so many people ignore. At HEALZO, we believe that knowledge isn't just power, it's protection. Every conscious choice you make, every small adjustment you make to your daily life becomes a shield for your heart, your brain, and your future. And you deserve that protection. You deserve more days filled with laughter, more mornings filled with energy, more afternoons spent doing the things you love, and less fear of what might be lurking invisibly. If today's message resonates with you, if it makes you think a little differently about what's in your pantry or freezer, remember this: you're not alone. At HEALZO, we're on this journey with you, one conscious choice at a time. Take care of yourself, be gentle with yourself, and don't underestimate the power of the small actions you take today. Because sometimes, it's the quiet changes that make the biggest difference tomorrow.